filling. Put a lot more pipe in. One of the special things we did was set this tank. It's got a special double wall pipe that the plumbers were actually trained in on when they were out here. We had a temporary enclosure teepee type style over the top of this to deflect the rainwater off because it rained a lot last week. But we didn't want to stop anything, so we took that up. They actually just took that down this morning so we could backfill, and as soon as this is done, then we can get rolling on the concrete in here and get moving on the rest of the construction. And as soon as that happens, we'll be able to roll right along like we did at the other two patient wings. It'll start to come together pretty quick after the concrete gets poured and sets and cures. So, with the weather we had this winter, this poly enclosure was huge. Kept it about 20 to 30 degrees warmer in here than it normally is. And that was to allow these guys to keep working in here so we could pick up some time and work in conditions that normally we couldn't lay pipe in. So that's pretty much it for over here. I suppose we can head to the patient wings now.
Okay.
All right, so we're heading into the east wing, east patient wing. One of the big changes from last time on the exterior is you can kind of see from here, we'll see when we go around the other side, but that storefront frame is on and the glass is in. And I think last time when we were out here, it was, we had temp walls up and we were heating it and trying to get these frames here. Now they're finally here and in, and it's definitely quite a bit warmer in there. You won't see so many guys in sweatshirts, it'll be more t-shirts. So you'll notice a lot of stuff in here right now, but that's because fixtures are being set. So obviously everything comes in a box and it has to come out of the box and go in. So that's why these hallways look a little crowded right now. Our doors actually just showed up today, so they're swinging those. If we want to come into one of the patient rooms, you can see the bathrooms are tiled. We put floor protection down to protect everything while we put these fixtures in. The casework is going in. And if you come in here, you can get a real good picture of what we're going to be looking like when we're done here. The head walls have been finished. Everything's mostly painted in here. A few odds and ends to come back in here, and obviously there's some TVs and technology stuff to be mounted. The casework, I think it looks pretty good. They did a really good job on how they installed it, and everything's very professional and complete, and it's very nice. And then the other nice thing is this flooring, which is kind of tough to see now because we covered it all up. Obviously we don't want it to get wrecked, but obviously in the corners you don't really need to protect it too much. So those flooring guys, they worked very fast and they did a very good job. And I saw a couple before they were covered up and they looked really nice. The other big change is in here. This is finally moving along after we got that window frame in here from last time. You can really see it now from the inside. So these are your physical therapy bays, and we kind of obviously use this, you can see, as a staging area for a lot of materials, but this room was twice as full last week, so obviously stuff is going in. And then with the frame in, the next step will be to put the window shades after this gets trimmed out. We are actually getting ready to do the window shades in about a week in the rest of the rooms, and they're all motorized, connected to the nurse call system. So they're pretty unique and pretty cool. This corridor doesn't look like it with all the stuff in here, but it's almost finished. Couple of patching things to do up here, like this spot here. There's some things that had to move, and we got them moved last week, and now they'll come back through and patch them and paint them, and we'll be right on the way. And you see here on the sides all these attachments here. This is where the crash rail will go, and it'll run down both sides of the corridor. Our McGough guys just put that up about a week and a half ago, and now obviously we don't want to put the crash rail up all the way until the stuff is out here because we want to protect it. Let's see, what else is there? It's unique. One of the unique things is if you back when I was talking about the flooring, there's a bunch of different colors, and coordinating the colors and the angles it's definitely unique. I think it matches up with where the bed lays and the angle of the head wall. So see if we can find a room that has some of the lights put up in one of the head walls. I think they're down this way. So here's some non-patient room style rooms that are a little obviously different. Over here on this window, this is the spandrel glass. I believe this is a med area, so they have to protect from vision coming from outside in. There's another room similar to this over there that does not. It's a dictation room, so they don't necessarily have to have the confidentiality that you have to have in rooms like this. And there's a couple locations where the spandrel glass goes in, and it's basically a pane that you can't see through, but it still allows sunlight to come through. And here we actually have some of the fixtures set. So they got the toilet in, and looks like they're going to be working on the sink soon. Obviously we try to keep this on as long as possible to protect from anything happening to the Corian top. So each one of these windows gets a window shade that is powered by, there's a switch on the wall here, but there will also be a switch up through the bed onto the pillow talk system, which can control the bed. It's also part of the nurse call. They'll all be very tied together. There'll be multiple functions to turning things on and off and adjusting things from a couple different spots throughout the room. One of the unique things about these head walls is there's actually a backer behind this with a bunch of grommets that these actually just snap on. They're not fastened through, they snap on. So if there's ever an issue, it's not, or the hospital wants to change something, it's not a huge chore to take these all apart. They snap on in these pieces, and you can snap off these pieces, and all you have to do to put them back on is snap them in. It's pretty unique. I'd never seen it before, and then after it was explained to me, I thought, well, we should probably use that everywhere. And like I said, as you can see, these doors are coming in, and our guys are hanging them today. They make pretty quick work. These were actually pre-assembled when they got here, so we don't have to take the time to put them together. We put a little more up front to getting them assembled before they get here, but these guys can put one of these things up in 15-20 minutes. And 15-20 minutes is pretty impressive when you consider the size of some of these doors, which are fairly large. We've got a good crew working on them. All right, we can probably head, well, some of these training rooms are a little further along than they were last time. Painting is done down here. There's a couple odds and ends touch-up things that'll have to happen, but that's typical. Other than that, so you can see the ceiling grid is in now too, and he's padding it out where he can. Up above us here, and obviously it's left open for access to anybody that needs to get up there and finish some things up, but a lot of this is already roughed in and done. This is that'll get replaced in no time. Come through here.
Different work areas. Charts.
Oh yeah. Yep, everybody kind of sets up shop wherever they can find a space that's not in anybody's way. It's a good sign when we're running out of those, because that means we're closer to being done. So some training and office spaces here. This is a pretty cool one with the big windows everywhere. It's just a couple of HVAC things. You can see they're not leading to anything yet that has to come in when the ceiling comes in. But yeah, it is, we're getting close, and it's nice to see. So soon in this area, we're going to be putting up some temp walls, I'd say within 2 weeks, to protect this, the new construction area, from what we'll be doing in phase 6 over here. But it's a big milestone to get these up, because that means that this is going to be clean. This is going to be set to all. There's going to be minor things that have to go in. So basically, just like last time, you take that phase and rewind a little bit, and it looked like this, which they're not too far off. You can see the painting is started over here. He's got a lot of it done. The tiling is starting. He's actually got that one done, but they've already got a couple done. They work pretty quick. So this is the infusion area over here. So you've got 3 infusion bays and 1 private room over here. A little bit of work left over here. This was kind of left off a little bit. There's some other things that the hospital might want to add over here. So we getting that in and figuring that out and moving along. We can work our way out here. Just more of it's almost a rinse and repeat type style, but that was kind of the point. They're patient rooms. They're meant to be the same all the way through. That's kind of the idea behind it. So this end is the only end left for glass, and you'll see that when we go outside, which we can probably head to now because that pretty much sums these up. One of the big reasons that this glass isn't in yet is this is our loading dock right now. So we take this away, there's no way to get things into the building. But you can see that the Nishi-Ha panels are done. The only reason they're not done here is because we need to do a water test. And we have to wait for it to be warmer out to be able to do that, otherwise we'll get ice everywhere and that wouldn't look good. But you can really get a good picture of the glass being in now. And the stone is done around here, so take this image and slide it over there and that's what we'll have. For the most part, the exterior is done, and then as soon as it gets nice out and this frost comes out of the ground, we will start doing the earthwork out here and getting the site looking the way it's supposed to, and sidewalks and all that kind of stuff that we'll need. So